Hey everyone, welcome back to Crystal Light Studio. And today we will be talking about this Kaiju number 8 cosplay that I made in only 1 week and a half. That's right, this cosplay right here was only made in 1 week and a half. And this cosplay is special because we entered it into a cosplay competition and we maybe won something. And so if you're interested in learning how to get into cosplay, being a cosplayer, or potentially winning competitions, stay tuned. So first, let me give you a little bit of background on how I made this kaiju cosplay. I used this EVA foam pattern from KZR Armory, and this was super helpful for getting the cosplay done on time. As you can see, this pattern looks really good just right off the bat. And to be honest, I don't think I would have been able to finish this cosplay in time without it. Although I do have a few critiques, not that many. Primarily is that you're going to have to figure out your own solutions for getting inside and out of the cosplay. Some parts are not that bad, like the legs and some of the arm parts, but for the body and the cowl that goes around the neck, I had to really invent a whole Velcro imprisonment for the person wearing the armor. And the only other critique I have is that there are a lot of segments that are overlaid each other, kind of like in a ribbed armor pattern, and the template itself doesn't have any extra tolerance for you to glue those pieces on top of each other. But overall, I definitely recommend this foam pattern. I'll be linking it down in the description below. Now, for the mask, I use this file by Nico Industries. It has a really anime look to it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do very realistic texturing with the amount of time I had, and so this mask worked out pretty good for me. I only have very few critiques with it. One of those being that there's no good way to attach it to your face. The STL designer has a separate part that allows you to print out the back of the helmet, but even then I feel like it's not a great solution, so I just ended up drilling some holes and adding some Chicago screws. But besides that, the mask printed out really good on my bamboo. I just used some basic Sunlu white filament, and I got a lot of compliments on it. But now let's move on to a price breakdown on this, because I know it's often a big point of contention with doing full body cosplays like this. You always see the videos online that are like, how much did you spend on your cosplay? $1 billion. And so I'm just going to be very transparent with you guys. And I'm also not going to include things that I bought, like tools, which I'll be using for other costumes in the future. I also didn't include very basic things that I already had, such as acrylic paint, paintbrushes. If you're doing cosplay, you probably have a few art supplies laying around. And so all in total, I only spent $154 to put this whole cosplay together, which in my opinion is really not that bad. I was expecting a lot worse, but here's a surprise. I got $60 from something related to a cosplay competition, and I'll let you guys more in on that later, but that means I only spent $94 on this cosplay. Can you believe it? That's absolutely plumb wild. And now that I've gone over a little bit of making the actual costume itself, I want to tell you about why I had to do it in such a short time. And that's because I wanted to participate in a cosplay contest at a local Midwest convention. And for now, I'm not going to spoil if I won, or maybe I did not win. We'll get to that. But first, a little bit about the convention. And the convention was pretty fun, It's been a while since I've been to a convention. And, well, I didn't dress up. I had a friend dress up for me. But, I guess I was cosplaying by proxy. I made it. And I get to see people's reactions to it. And so, therefore, I get to both eat my cake and have it too by seeing people be excited about a cosplay, but not having to do the hard work of wearing it. See, this is an absolute galaxy brain play. And now, as we round into the cosplay competition, I want to talk to you about how that went and what we did or did not win. So, firstly, it was really fun. We met a lot of cool people there. Cosplayers are pretty chill to talk to. If you haven't talked to any cosplayer friends, go to a convention and make some. And this was also our first time going up and doing a cosplay walk. And so shout out to my friend, he absolutely nailed it. Let me know what you think of our poses. Would you have suggested any different poses? I really do wish I could have made a more mobile costume for cooler poses. And so I'm going to cut the audio because of copyright. But let me tell you, people were cheering, people were hooting and hollering. It was a great experience. And now I'm going to review. We did not win third place, not second, but we also did not win first place. What we did win was an honorable mention from the judge. And if you ask me, an honorable mention for a week and a half, I mean, that's a pretty big win in my book. And now back to the second question. I did clickbait you guys earlier by saying I did win $60 related to the convention, but that's not a complete lie, because while walking to the convention, to the cosplay competition specifically, I found $60 on the floor. And now I'll let you in on one last secret. First place did not win $60, and I did. Therefore, I declare ourselves as the winners of this cosplay competition. I would like to thank all my sponsors and donors. It was great. But yeah, what do you guys think? How did this costume come out? Are you guys going to try and join a cosplay competition? Let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, have a nice day.